first job was Texaco, New Mexico. And got down there, and Russell Guill was a third trick operator.
Third trick meaning night?
Nights, midnight shift. And I was going to be on the midnight shift. I didn't realize that they ran railroads at night. I was a little disappointed in that. But Russell told me, he says, I wish they hadn't sent you here. I had a lot rather be by myself.
Not a good welcome then.
Not a good welcome. And there was a train order string that you had to tie so that it would slip. You put a message inside there, or train orders, hang them in a hook. So we had to tie several of those every night and cut them so that first and the other shifts would have them also. And he showed me how to do it. He'd do it real fast. He said, now you do it. I couldn't do it. He said, you are the dumbest kid that I have ever saw. You ought to go back to the farm. You never will make it on the railroad.
Oh, how'd you feel after that?
Well, it was discouraging.
Discouraging, yeah. So how'd you deal with it?
Thank goodness, I was only there about 2 weeks, and they transferred me up to Hereford. But later on, I got to be Russell's boss.
Ah, Justice.
Justice.
Were you a good boss, or did you kind of take advantage of his meanness to you?
No, I didn't take advantage of his meanness to me, but I probably didn't treat it as well as I might would have. I didn't go out of my way to give him any favors.
You know, I think there's a lesson here, and that would be that if you never know who's going to be your boss, always be nice to people. Yeah. After this first job, what happened?
Well, went to Hereford and got along real good with the operator there. In fact, we lived together.
And what were you doing there? You were an operator?
I was apprentice operator. But while I was there was this dispatcher named Charlie Ford. And he wouldn't even let me get on the phone. If I answered the phone, he'd say, give me the operator. And the operator would get on there, he said, what's your weather? That would be the only thing he wanted. I got promoted after about 3 months to working midnight shift for 2 weeks at Canyon, Texas.
Were you still apprentice operator?
I was going to be promoted to an operator.
Uh-huh.
And so we were dreading how Charlie would treat me over there and everything. And because we could hear him talking on the operator that I was going to go over there to replace, and he was mean to him. He'd just chew him out all the time. So I expected...
This is going to be tough.
This is going to be tough.
Charlie Ford's not going to be an easy person to work with, this dispatcher.
This is going to be an experience. Got over there. He called me up. Hello there. How you doing? He couldn't have been nicer.
Huh.
And I still don't know what happened. It may have been the chief dispatcher may have said, you leave this kid alone. I don't know.
Now, you continued to work with him later in life, right?
Oh, yeah, later in life. Well, when I got promoted to dispatcher several years later, he spent the 8 hours with me on the first shift.
Huh. He was a dispatcher?
He was a chief dispatcher at that time.
Did you ever work in the same office with him as a dispatcher?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. He was our second trick chief dispatcher.
Ah.
And I worked
in Amarillo.
In Amarillo, and I worked second trick.